Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we were talking about the transactions and GST. In that we saw two types of transactions with GST. First one was goods related transactions and GST. Second was income and expense related transactions and GST. Now let's see the third point, that is assets related transactions with GST. So here illustration is given. Write the journal entries from the following transactions in the books of Shri Vipul Patel of Vadodara. Applicable GST to business of Shri Vipul Patel are CGST 9%, SGST 9% and IGST 18%. GST is not included for the following transactions. Add applicable GST and pass the journal entries. So these are the transactions which were made in the year of 2019 and in the month of January. Remember that in the transactions it would not be saying that you have to add the GST, but if the GST questions are given, then you have to definitely apply the GST. So let's see the first one, that is furniture of rupees 20,000 purchased from Shruti Furniture Mart of Surat and payment was made by check. So as here how the journal entries would be passed. So here furniture is purchased, furniture is coming in the business, therefore furniture account will be debited to bank account, as because the bank balance is decreasing and payment is done through bank, therefore bank account will be credited. Now as it is GST question, so you have to apply the GST. So you have to see whether this transaction is made within the state or outside the state. So it is purchased from Surat, correct? So it is this purchase of furniture is made from within the state, therefore input CGST and input SGST would apply. As it is purchased, therefore input will be applied. If sale was done, then output would be. So now it is purchased, so you have to apply input CGST account would be debited and input SGST account will also be debited because tax has to be paid, therefore it is then expense of business, therefore it would be debited. And how to calculate? So you have to calculate on the amount 20,000. So CGST is given 9%. So 9% of 20,000, whatever amount you will get, that amount you will have to write it in the CGST account, and 9% of SGST. So 9% of 20,000, again you will get 1800 only. That amount you have to write in the SGST. So this is how you have to pass the journal entry. Now next is computer of rupees 30,000 is purchased from James Computer of Jamnagar. Now here computer is purchased. It is purchased from the James Computer of Jamnagar. Jamnagar is within the state, therefore purchase is made from within the state, therefore input CGST would apply and input SGST would apply because purchase is made from within the state. Therefore as computer is coming in the business, computer account would be debited to James Computer account. Input CGST account would also be debited and input SGST account will also be debited. You have to calculate 9% on the 30,000. So 9% of 30,000, that amount you have to write in CGST, and 9% of 30,000 you have to write in the SGST. Now next is machine of rupees 1 lakh was purchased from Raj Machinery Store of Delhi and payment was made by check. So machinery is purchased, but it is purchased from Delhi. So Delhi is considered as out of state. So purchase of machinery is made from out of state. As purchase is made from out of state, IGST would apply. So machinery account would be debited because it is coming in the business. To bank account because payment is done through bank and bank balance is decreasing. Therefore bank account is credited. and input IGST account would also be debited. Here IGST would apply because purchase of machinery is done out of the state, therefore input IGST account will also be debited. Now IGST percentage is given 18%, so you have to calculate on 1 lakh. So 18% of 1 lakh, whatever amount you will get 18,000, that amount you have to write it in the IGST account. Now next is air conditioners of rupees 3 lakh are purchased for business from Sajanand Enterprises of Ahmedabad and payment is made by the check. So here air conditioner is purchased and it is purchased from the Sajanand Enterprise of Ahmedabad. So it is done from within the state. So air conditioners account would be debited to bank account because payment is done through bank. Therefore bank account is credited. Now as the purchase is made from within the state, input IGST and input SGST would apply. So you have to debit both the account and you have to calculate on the 3 lakh. So 9% of 3 lakh you will get 20,000, you have to write it in CGST, and 9% of 3 lakh, that amount you have to write it also in the SGST. So this is how you can find pass the journal entries if the assets related transactions with GST are given. Now next, fourth is joint transactions and GST. So let's see that from the following transactions, write the journal entries in the books of Sri Vinubhai of Vapi. The following GST rates are applicable to the business of Sri Vishnubai. GST is not included in the following transactions. Add applicable GST amount and pass the necessary journal entries. So here rates are given: CGST 6% on goods and 2.5% on services. SGST 6% on goods and 2.5% on services, and IGST 12% on goods and 5.0% on services. So let's see that. So in 2019, these are the transactions which are made in the year of 2019 and in the month. So the first transaction is goods of rupees 20,000 is purchased at 10% rate discount from Jayesh Bhai of Jamnagar and payment is made by check. So here goods are purchased and 10% rate discount is applied and payment is done by bank. So here goods are coming in the business, therefore purchase account would be debited to bank account because bank account will be credited because payment is done through check. But now remember, 20,000 would not be written for the purchase because you have to apply the minus the trade discount. So you have to calculate first 10% of 20,000, you will get 2,000. So if you minus 2,000 from 20,000, you will get 18,000. That amount you have to write in the purchase column. First you have to minus the trade discount. Don't forget that. Then now, as the purchase of goods is made from within the state, therefore input SGST and input CGST would apply. So both you have to debit both the account. Now you have to calculate, like here the rates are given for goods. Goods are purchased, so CGST and SGST rate for goods is 6%. Therefore you have to calculate 6% of 18,000. There whatever you will get, you have to write it in the CGST 1080 and 6% of 18,000. That amount you have to write in the SGST account 1080. Now next is goods of rupees 30,000 was purchased. Now see, let this transaction is similar to first transaction. Now I want you guys to try it by yourself. Correct? I want the second transaction to try it by yourself. Second and third transaction. Even the fourth transactions. This I have discussed all the This is the combined question of we saw the goods related transactions with GST, income expense related transactions with GST, and the assets related transactions with GST. This question is the combine of these three questions. So now I want you guys to try these transactions second, third, fourth by yourself. I would discuss the 10th one, 5th one now, but rest of them I want you to do it by yourself. So 10th is which is made on 10th of January. So that transaction is 1/3 of goods is returned to Bhadresh Bhai of Bhubaneswar, Odisha. The proportionate IGST is adjusted. Now here 1/3 goods is returned to Bhadresh Bhai because purchase was made by business from the Bhadresh Bhai, but now the business returns 1/3 of goods to Bhadresh Bhai. So goods of rupees 30,000 was purchased, but on 10% trade discount and 5% cash discount. But now from that 1/3 of goods is returned. So that was second transaction, 27,000. So on 30,000, first of all you have to minus the trade discount, and then whatever amount you will get, then secondly you have to again minus the cash discount and you will get 20,000. So now after 27,000, 1/3 of goods is returned. So you have to calculate like this: 27,000 into 1/3. Correct? So you will get how much? You will get 9,000. Here is given 9,000. That you have to write in the sales return account because only 1/3 goods is returned. Sales return account debited 9,000. Then output CGST, because it is whole transactions was done out of state, therefore CGST and SGST would IGST would apply. Correct? So IGST is adjusted. So how to adjust? Again here is given 12%. So you have to calculate on the 12% on 9,000. Whatever amount you will get, you have to write it in the input IGST account. Sorry, by mistake I was discussing this transaction, but it is this transaction. Sales return is made by the goods is returned by to Bhadresh Bhai, therefore it would become purchase return. Business had purchased goods from Bhadresh Bhai, but now business returns that goods to Bhadresh Bhai, therefore it would become the purchase return. So purchase return account is always credited. Amount is right, you will have to write 9,000. You have to calculate 1/3 of goods on 27,000, you will get 9,000. That amount you have to write it in the purchase return account and IGST account. So you have to calculate 12% on 9,000. 12% of 9,000. Whatever amount you will get, you have to write it in this column 1080 for IGST account. If you totally these two amount, you will get 10,080 rupees. That amount you have to write it in the Bhadresh Bhai's account. This is how you have to calculate if the transactions are given like this: 1/3 or 1/4 goods is returned. Here next transaction, 1/4 goods is returned by Anil Bhai. Correct? Anil Bhai had purchased goods from businessman, but now Anil Bhai returns. That becomes the sales return, 1/4 good. Here is the entry 9,000. Sales return account. It was made from Amreli. Amreli is from within the state. Therefore, you have to apply the output CGST as the sales return was there. That's why you have to apply the output CGST account and output SGST account would be debited. So now I want next of rest of the transactions to try it or by yourself. Again, I want all the transactions to try it by yourself. Even though I have discussed this one and first one, but now I want all you guys to try all the transactions by yourself. These transactions are related with assets, with goods, and with income and expenses. We have discussed every examples of this. So I want you guys to try it by yourself. Again, 17th illustration from the following transactions by journal entries. This is also the similar to 16th one. So again I want illustration 17 to try it by yourself. These are the transactions related with goods, income and expenses and assets. So I want you guys to try these transactions or illustration 17 by yourself. Now let's see the transactions, the fifth point, that is the transactions of accounting settlement of GST. So here one note is given that illustration number 18 and 19 are pertaining to accounting settlement of GST. These are only for information for students. These are not expected in exam. Okay, but for the sake of knowledge, let's see. But it is not for the exam. Like it is not expected to be asked in the exam. But for your knowledge, let's understand these the transactions of accounting settlement of GST. So first one is when input GST amount is less than output GST amount. That means, in other words, we can also say that when GST amount of purchase is less than GST amount of sales, because output is for sales and input is for purchase. That's why we can say that when GST amount of purchase is less than GST amount of sales. Let's see with the help of an example. Avinash of Ahmedabad has purchased goods of rupees 2 lakh from Rajesh of Rajkot and payment is made by check. The entire goods he has sold to Bhavesh of Bhavnagar for rupees 2,40,000 and payment is received through check. 12% GST rate is applicable to these transactions where GST is 6% and SGST is 6%. Pass the journal entry till the accounting settlement of GST in the books of Avinash. So these are the transactions, how to settle the GST. These are the, so first of all, like purchase was made, therefore purchase of goods was made, like being goods, purchase payment is inclusive of GST. Like first of all, in the question itself it is saying that Avina has purchased goods of rupees 2 lakh from Rajesh of Rajkot and payment was done by the check. Therefore you have to pass the journal entry related to that. So purchase account would be debited to bank account because payment is done through bank. Now as it is purchased and it is done within the state, therefore CGST and SGST would apply. Input CGST and input SGST, both account would be debited. So you have to calculate 6% is given rate. So 6% on 2 lakh, whatever amount you will get, you have to write it in CGST, and 6% of 2 lakh, that amount you have to write it in the SGST. Now next is the entire goods he has sold to Bhavesh of Bhavnagar for 2,40,000 and payment was received through check. So next is like the now the Avinash sells goods to Bhavesh by, like here it is given, the entire goods he has sold to Bhavesh of, like Avinash purchased goods from Rajesh, correct? Then now Avinash sells that entire goods to Bhavesh of Bhavnagar for the 2,40,000. Like he purchased for 2 lakhs, but now he sells entire goods to Bhavesh of Bhavnagar for the rupees of 2,40,000 and the payment was received through check. So here bank account would be debited because cash is coming in the business, as payment was received through bank through check, therefore bank account would be debited to sales account. And as sales was made, therefore output CGST and output SGST would be credited and would apply. You have to calculate 6% on the 2,40,000. You will get 14,400 that you have to write both in the CGST and SGST. And if you total these three amount, you will get 2,68,800 that you have to write it in the bank account. Now next is only these two transactions were made, but this question is related with the GST settlement, so therefore another third entry would be made. Therefore you have to pass like this: output CGST and output SGST. Like how to make whatever GST, like in the second entry, journal entry, output CGST and output SGST was credited, correct? So in the third entry, that you have to now debit. So both this account would be debited. And now in the first entry, input CGST and input SGST was debited in the first entry, correct? But now in the third entry you have to credit, so you have to do opposite. So you have to credit that to bank account. So you have to write the same amount, 14,400 and 12,000 in this. And if you add these two, and if you add these two, if you minus both the amount, you will get the bank account. This is how you can settle the GST account, correct? This was just for your knowledge. This is not for the sake of for ask in the examination. Now second type is when input GST amount is more than the output GST amount. So first one was when input GST amount is output GST amount is more than the input GST amount. Now second one is when input GST amount is more than the output GST amount. This is also the same way you have to do. This is the same way you have to calculate like the first one, but the amount would be just different, correct? The amount will be just different. So now here, I am not doing this question because this is not important and this will not be asked in any of the examination. This was just for your knowledge. Now here let's see the last note. In this question, rupees 24,000 are paid in the form of input CGST of rupees 12,000 and input SGST 12,000 at the time of purchase. At the time of sale, 19,200 are received in the form of output CGST rupees 9,600 and output SGST of rupees 9,600. So the 4,800, that is 2,400 of input CGST and 2,400 of input SGST are shown as credit balance in the books of government. This amount can be adjusted against the sales of future. So this was just the note for the second one, correct? But remember this was just for your knowledge. This topic means this one only, transaction of accounting settlement of GST. Only this topic was just for your knowledge. This is not going to ask in any of your examination. So this was just for your knowledge, only this topic. Remember that. This is just for your knowledge. So with this, now we are done with the chapter 4. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, I would be discussing the exercise, textbook exercise questions. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.